How we're doing, Bills? Welcome back to another Streamy T video on the crypto market. And as I've been saying for weeks now, I'm extremely in this bear flag pattern, which we keep rejecting off the top after we filled this 81k CME gap. And for ages, I've been saying this is just a relief rally in a bear market. And this 81k CME gap has been a magnet of liquidity for such a long period of time, which we've eventually filled. But all this has been, yes, Bitcoin's been up 35% in the last couple of months. But all I believe this is a relief rally within the bear market. And we're seeing Ethereum start again to break down from this kind of rising wedge bear flag. You're seeing it break down in here. And it's shown the first early signs of the crypto market. It's shown weakness in here, this breakdown. We can see on the total DeFi in here again, similar kind of chart pattern, kind of a bear flag pattern in play here on the total DeFi, and you can see in here we're starting to break down, whereas Bitcoin at the minute still remains in this massive bear flag. We're at the bottom of it after rejecting from the highs after filling 81k CME gap, and right now it really doesn't look good, to be honest. If we zoom out here, my theory has been that we get a 4-year low later in the year. Between now, we're in May now, between now and the end of the year, I think we'll get a 4-year low again on this channel. I've been for the last few months I've been bearish, and I've been highlighting about the 4-year low in 2014, 15, 2018, 2021, 2022, and then 2026, 4 years apart, and then you get the 4-year highs, 2013, 2017, 2021, and 2025, and when this high was confirmed, when we get the 4-year highs, 4-year cycle lows, I think it's stupid to think anything other than the 4-year cycle still in control. Saying this time's different is so dangerous in my opinion, and this is why I believe there's going to be a 4-year low later in the year, like we've seen in 2014, 2018, 2022, and again in 2026. Again, on another chart I show you how from the low here in 2015 to that high we get just below the 0.786 fib in the bear market. Again, I show you from the 2018 low to the 2021 high in the bear market, just below the 0.786 fib. And if that was to repeat again, it would take us just below $40,000, which from the price action at present would be another like 40-50% move down, which would just wipe out everything else. And the total DeFi, as I said, looks like it's hanging on for dear life here. When we lost this massive support all the way back from, we had a 4-year support basically from December 2022, and we lost it back here at the start of February basically. Right in here we come down, and then we're bear flagging in here, and I think this could be the start of the next leg lower, unless it's a fake out. But I think over the next month or two this will capitulate lower. I think Ethereum's already showing you that it's making the move down here, and here it's starting to make its move down. We see when we lost this bear flag in here, Ethereum went down 40%. So far, we're only down about 8%. But I do see this area down here, about 1.5k, as a key area of support to begin with. I think this could be this move down, which would be about 33% if that was to occur. And then again, $1,000 could be the bear market low later this year. If we were to get that, it would be an incredible buying opportunity in my opinion. But again, this kind of this rising wedge looks more of a rising wedge than a bear flag, but it's either way, it's bearish implications, and it looks like we're breaking down here. And if we look at our 4-year chart comparison sheet, which is a capital.com chart, so it doesn't show the 2014 cycle, it just shows you the cycle 2 times ago, and then the cycle there, and then the cycle we're currently in, where we get roughly a 52-week bear market on Bitcoin, and a Bitcoin's going down for 52 weeks. The whole crypto market tanks as a result, and as I said, from the 2017 high, we go all the way down, and we bottom in December of 2018. So from the November, December high 2017, about a year worth of a bear market, 384 days before we start going up for 3 years roughly. Again, 2021 peak in November, we go down and we bottom around November 2022 again, a year. But if we go from the actual peak to the actual bottom, it's 378 days, so just over a year. And currently this cycle from the peak in October of 2025, essentially we would be expecting an October bottom this year, which is about 5 months away, if history is to repeat. And so far, if we move this, we're about 224 days through it, so we're more than halfway through technically. And in the previous cycles, we've seen an 84% decrease on Bitcoin's price. We've seen a 76% price decrease. And so far this cycle, to the lows back in February, Bitcoin's only down 52%. But if we do that to the current price at the minute, we're only down 38%. So you can imagine there's a lot more room to go if we are going to have a 4-year cycle again, like we've seen in 2018, like we've seen in 2022. And if we see the same again this year, we still have a long way to go in this bear market. And yeah, I mean, for me, I think my stance has been fairly clear on this channel for a while. Yes, I hate being negative, I hate being bear, but I can't sit here and be bullish when I know the price. I don't know the price is going to go down, but I'm pretty confident that the price is going to continue rolling over. And it is what it is. I just have to voice my opinions on this channel. This channel to me is like me journaling, me looking through these charts every day, and then every few days I'll put out a video giving my thoughts on the charts, and then I can look back at these videos and be like, wow, I was miles off it, or yeah, I was spot on there. So it's a learning curve. And for weeks now, for months, I've been saying I'm being bearish since this uptrend, and these are kind of the things I've been saying. Situation remains unchanged. It's just a bullish chop in a bear market. So that kind of, from the February low, this 35% we've been up on Bitcoin that everyone's saying we're so back, the bottom's in. I just think it's a bullish chop in a bear market. So when we go down for 1 year, we don't go straight down in a line. The market goes down, it impulses down, and it chops up for a few months to get people on the other side of the move. And yeah, the market makers exploit that. This is what I've been saying, the market makers trapping bulls in a bear market. I said I think too many people are bullish and think the low's in. I said it's a bear flag expecting lower prices and nearly a carbon copy to the pattern above, which was the pattern from November to January before we had that massive capitulation on Bitcoin price, which was that move there down 40% at the time before we've started to bullish chop back up. And what's also interesting is CZ this month has came out and said that we can see a crypto super cycle in 2026. The last time he said that was in here, right before we had that rollover on Bitcoin. For example, as I mentioned in the last video, CZ tweeted, I could be wrong, but super cycle incoming. That was up here before that capitulation. And then just recently he's been saying we may see a crypto super cycle in 2026. Again, funnily enough, right in here, once we filled the CME gap and it looks like we could roll over. And again, he done it right in here before this massive rollover. So another incentive basically. And then Ethereum, yeah, just leading the way. Is Ethereum showing the move of the market that's coming? I certainly believe so. So, I mean, this is the total chart. Total crypto market cap doesn't look like it's broken down yet, but still in this pattern. Total 2, still kind of in this bear flag, not broken down. Total 3 again in this bear flag, not broken down. But again, the others looks terrible. If we lose this massive support from this December 2022, it could be very bad here. Again, bounced off it in 2022, bounced off in 2023. We've been just sitting on it for the last couple of months in this kind of bear flag, in my opinion. It's not looking too good. And then we've got Coinbase in this massive rising wedge as well. And then obviously Solana, kind of bull flag rising wedge again. Then this 4-year chart on Bitcoin. So yeah, I think my stance is very, very clear. I think we're going to see lower to the end of the year before, I think, as we see the 4-year highs, 2013, 2017, 2021, 2025, 2029, Bitcoin should be a lot higher and hopefully drag the crypto market with it. So whilst it's terrible at the minute, whilst I think we're going lower, this will present so many opportunities. Like the opportunity in here, the opportunity in here, the opportunity in here. Every 4 years we get these insane opportunities, and I'll be targeting from down here all the way up to the 29 hopefully, the all-time highs for Bitcoin, whatever the market gives us in that duration, I'll be looking to capture. And I'll keep making videos every few days until we get that peak in 2029, hopefully. If the 4-year cycle, as I said, if the 4-year cycle continues to repeat, we will see a 2029 all-time high on Bitcoin, like in 2013, 2017, 2021, 2025, 4 years later, 2029, if this 4-year cycle on Bitcoin continues. So, yeah.